All right, we are back here at Derby Laces Track 2 at 2015 Brouhaha alongside No Big Deal. I am Star Spangled Hammer. The name of the story of the first half, penalties.
Yes, and forearms. I actually talked to JC Chaotic. She is the head ref of this entire tournament, and I asked her, I said, it seems like they're being called a little bit tight, and the clarification is that there is any kind of little push off by the jammer to get around those opposing blockers, any sort of like swimming that they can see with a forearm, that's being called as a forearm. There's not a different penalty name for it. It is a forearm. So we might not see it up here from our high judgmental position, but the refs see it, and they are working hard to spot it. Any little advantage that they're taking, they are calling.
Now, that said, the penalties have been pretty even for both sides. Minnesota with 20 total penalties, arch rival with 18 total in the first half. Now, the big story has been jammer penalties. Minnesota with 2 more, sitting at 6 jammer penalties for the first half. Arch rival with just 4.
I think that probably both teams decided, let's not get any more penalties unless it's super, super worth it. So here we are again.
So as the second half gets underway here in just a moment, arch rival with the lead 101 to Minnesota's 69.
Give a little shout out to Turnaround Skates. They are the official skate tech of this entire tournament. They're actually over on track 1 doing what they can to get everything together. And we're back in the action.
So just like that, Brickyard, your lead jam as we get back underway here on Derby Laces Track 2.
Shiver Me Kimbers is out though, but the jam is called off. Turnaround Skates is your source for roller derby skates, protective gear, and apparel. They are the official skate tech of the tournament, and they offer wheel regrooving, bearing cleaning, skate repairs, all of that good stuff. If you were here, you could take advantage of it right now, but you can find them online.
Also right now, if you happen to be listening while you're here, everything in the shop is 10% off or more.
Yeah, they have some crazy sales. Maybe even if you're just nearby, come on down here. It's worth it for the sale alone. And you might see some amazing derby. We've got Jack Pipes. Not your lead jammer.
Nope, Harmony Killebrew is able to get lead jammer. Already scored 4 points for our rival.
Looking good. Again, she used to play for Minnesota, so a little bit hard for the MNR fans here. MNRG, sorry.
It's got to be a little bit bittersweet for Harmony Killebrews as well, playing against her old friends. Well, not old friends, her old teammates. She's still
I think
certainly
they can
friends.
still be friends.
Not right now, they can't.
Not right this second, but later. After this game, when they can all kick back for a little bit, decompress. Who do we have? We have Bricktator against Fanny Tanner. Looks like a 3-on-3. No, yes, 3-on-3 pack. Now we've got 4 for Minnesota. Now we've got 4 for arch rival. Minnesota, 1 to deal with. Can she get through? She can, and she is your lead jammer.
Bricktator hot on her tail, though, and that speed, holy moly, she has closed that gap quickly. And I think she got a point. 2 points there for arch rival. So 2 non-lead points for arch rival, 2 lead points for Minnesota. An impressive end of that jam there for Bricktator.
Both of them scooting through as fast as they possibly can.
Bricktator certainly with a 4th gear there. Holy moly.
Such impressive teams, both of them. Let's see, we've got Jack Pipes and Swanson about to jam on it from the notorious RED jam line. If your gear's a little smelly, which it probably is after a tournament like this, you should check out some notorious RED. You can smell clean even if you sat in the penalty box a lot. You can get it here or check out notoriousred.com. No pack situation.
And we're going to have a Sakatumi Power Jam here.
Oh.
Track cut call on Jacked Pipes for Minnesota.
No, Swanson alone. But Minnesota is not letting her get through. Working hard against her.
That triangle defense, the in vogue play right now in today's derby.
It's true. Looked like a elbow call.
So finally,
Mack
after
is back. Only 2 blockers for Minnesota.
After an entire minute, Annie Swanson
Trying
finally
to
gets
hold.
lead.
Oh, and Swanson's able to pick up some points. Was that indeed a Rydell Skates Grand Slam?
It was.
It was.
Shira Powers and Cloak and Dragger cycling the Minnesota Jammer Jacked Pipes back.
I feel like Minnesota has only had 2 blockers for a very long time. I'm not sure if the penalty box, the Potawatomi Hotel and Casino penalty box, is rotating a bunch.
Yeah, I wasn't
It definitely
sure.
seemed like it.
I wasn't sure either. I don't remember seeing a bunch of skaters skate by, so
Perhaps they had outstanding penalties.
could have been.
122, arch rival, breaking away a little bit from Minnesota. They are going to need to lock it down if they want to get back and contend for the win here. MNRG fans chanting loudly. I don't know where the Arg Belly fans went.
They've actually moved down onto the
Oh, there they are.
onto
I
the
see
track.
them.
They're now down over in turn 2.
Too much camera equipment in the way.
You can see them there in the background.
Meanwhile, it must be working because Mighty Mighty Boston is your lead jammer.
And we do have a star pass now to the pivot. That's Sampson. Big hit there on Mighty Mighty Boston. She gets up with a smile on her face, though.
Big hit. Good one.
And is that a blocking out of play call there at the end?
Looks like 3-on-3 blocker situation. No, couldn't be. No, our rival has them all now.
So it's Brick Tater now on the notorious RED jammer line for St. Louis, going up against Gertrude Stein.
Gertrude Stein.
For Minnesota.
Ooh, shimmying around hot foot, Brickyard getting to be your lead jammer.
Star pass made.
And out in front. Lots of star pass from Minnesota.
Yep, Minnesota trying to stop the bleeding on these plays where Arg gets out quickly.
Brickyard looked like she took one to the face, shaking it off.
She's a derby player.
Yeah,
she'll be
you gotta
fine.
shake them off.
As Wrecking Bill would say, you got to rub some dirt on it.
Yeah, I've heard that. It's hard to just rub dirt into your face, though. Can be done. Mud mask, I suppose.
So next up, jamming for St. Louis, that is Harmony Killer Brews going up against Jacked Pipes for Minnesota. Jacked Pipes leading all Minnesota scoring with 27 so far.
Looking good from that jam line.
Such good defenses employed
Yeah,
by
this
both
is crazy.
squads.
Minnesota managing to get right back up there and get on Harmony Killer Brews. And she is a little bit trapped here, letting Minnesota come around. That is Jack Pipes. She is your lead jammer and trying to get some points here. Oh, stepping outside, but she saves herself. Smart derby, 0-0. Kind of a missed opportunity for Minnesota, but good save for Arch. Looks like we've got full-strength teams on that notorious RED jammer line. And we've got Fanny Tanner taking the star for Minnesota up against Brick Tater.
So that was the first 0-point jam this half for Arch Rival. They've been able to put points on the board every jam.
Well, Minnesota can figure out a way to shut them down, but maybe chip away at that lead a little bit, they should be in good shape. Doing a good job of holding Brick Tater right now. Losing one of their blockers. Let's see, who do we have? Fanny Tanner's really struggling up top with Arch. 2 more to contend with. Looks like she's going to push him out of play. And she does it. She will be your lead jammer. Can she get a natural Rydell Skate Grand Slam?
Not if our rival has anything to say about it.
Yeah, they are putting on all the hits. Oh, she does it. That is a Rydell Skates Grand Slam.
So nice defense here by Minnesota as they force Brick Tater to the outside.
I haven't seen Brick Tater shut out like this in the game so far.
Nope, Minnesota shoring up their defense here.
They really are. Arch rival saying, check out our defense though too, and they did a great job. Fanny Tanner does eke through with another Rydell Skates Grand Slam.
This will be the first points for Minnesota in 5 jams.
Well, they need them if they're going to chip away. We've got 81 to 130 right now.
Well, so far a big jam here, already 10 points.
Big jam for Fanny Tanner. She is going to be smiling after that one. Brick Tater, I doubt, will be smiling after this jam.
Oh, believe me, she will take everything that's happened this jam and apply it to the next one.
I suppose so. She does have 33 points already in this game, and she is finally out of that huge pack.
That's right. Brick Tater leads all scoring for our rival. That jam comes to an end, it looks like, due to a
injury. That is the pivot, Shiver Me Kimbers. Not sure what exactly happened and if she wants medical attention. But when injury strikes, you do have a choice. You should choose ATI Physical Therapy, the official sports medicine provider for the Brew City Bruisers. They're on hand this entire tournament. You know, to experience the ATI difference, visit atipt.com or stop in one of their over 19 Milwaukee area clinics for a complimentary injury screening. I don't know, do you have ATI where you are?
We do not,
okay.
And it actually looks like now we're getting an official review here by Minnesota.
Oh.
We will give you more information on that when it becomes available to us.
ATI is great. I've unfortunately seen them for a few injuries in my time with the Brew City Bruisers, but they are fabulous. Unfortunately, only because I've had the injury. Fortunately, because they are a class act. Morgan is here. She's treated me numerous times. She's fabulous. Ryan, all do fine work. I've also had to go to the Orthopedic Institute of Wisconsin to see Dr. Eric Peifel. They wish you a safe and happy brouhaha. They're here for all of your injuries on and off the track. So you can contact them at theorthoinstitute.com.
Well, you know what they commonly say in Derby? It's not if you get hurt, it's when you get hurt.
It's really true. And if you don't get hurt on the track, I think quite a few times, there is an injury that happens at the after party. So you never know. Be safe out there. But if you're not and you have some problems, see ATI, see Dr. Peifel at the Orthopedic Institute. But maybe your problem is just that you don't have enough flair, in which case you should head over. You can see them at Turnaround Skates, which is an official skate tech. You can get some Sakatumi socks. They are fun and funky. They have socks with tacos, cupcakes, ninjas, mustaches. You know, I got some with cats on it earlier. They have unicorn ones, anything magical, really. They have over 200 designs, various stripes, so many things. Basically anything to fit your personality. Did you get a lowdown on what is happening with the official review?
I did. Minnesota is actually asking for an expulsion on the forearm penalty that was called at the end of that jam on Kayla Sieber.
Kayla Sieber looking at an expulsion here.
That would be a major blow to arch rival's defense.
I would agree.
If this happens to be upheld.
I would like to see a replay. Well, a nice little break for both teams from this intense game. I mean, right now, while you're taking a break, have a drink. Also, maybe you want to check out the WFTDA playoffs. Start marking your calendars for July 15th because that's when brackets and teams will be announced at WFTDA.com. The road to playoffs continue here at Brouhaha 2015, and we're hoping more than a few of these teams that you see here will make it to the international WFTD playoffs. Want to cheer for your favorite team? Well, you're going to have to wait till July 15th. And while you're at it, make sure you put down Brouhaha for next year, June 3rd through 5th of 2016.
Are you one of those Derby fans that likes to really go over the numbers and really get into the crunchy bits of the game? If so, we've got the website for you. Head on over to stats.madrollandolls.com, and you can get all the up-to-date stats on what's going on here at Brouhaha 2015.
That's awesome. That is a great resource. Surprising what you can find out just by the numbers. I would like to see a Moneyball type game or a Moneyball type movie made just with Derby stats. See what they could put together. I feel like it could be some extra super roller derby. A bunch of ARG fans still without shirts, chanting in the corner, asking us all to chant, but the only ones really chanting back at them are the Minnesota Roller Girl fans, who are also baring their midriffs for the love of Derby.
So the official review was successful. Kayla Sieber has been expelled for an egregious forearm.
Oh my gosh, and an expulsion. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's probably a reason to drink too.
This will be a major hit to the defensive schema of the Arch Rival Roller Girls.
I agree.
We will see how Arch Rival handles the loss of one of their best blockers.
Arch Rival, a great team. Can they hold on to this lead without her? We've got Swanson for Arch Rival out there with jack pipes.
However, we are right off the bat. We have another forearm penalty. That has been the name of the game here.
Swimming through, any little push that a jammer does with their hand or arm can be called a forearm.
Now a sock it to me power jam here for Arch Rival Annie Swanson, going to work on the Minnesota defense.
And she's really having to work. That is some tight blocking. Oh, and she gets the call on that.
Low block call on Annie Swanson, and now we're going to swap jammers in the
I don't like to disagree with the refs.
Hotel and Casino penalty box.
I don't like to disagree with the refs, but I will anyway, and I disagree with that call. No one's going to listen to me, though, so it doesn't matter. Sock it to me power jam happening here for jack pipe.
So initial pass completed.
Short-lived sock it to me power jam with Swanson jumping out of the Potawatomi Hotel and Casino penalty box and looking for some points.
Was that an elbow? Didn't see if that was an elbow or a forearm call. Forearm call.
Swanson, Minnesota, a little bit of an uproar, claiming that Swanson cut, but no call. Swanson edging through.
Oh, big hit there, big collision.
Big hit on jack pipes. Her pipes are definitely jacked from that one. Ooh, gosh. Another big hit.
Party foul, blowing kisses at the referee, wanting to, trying to motion that she'd been hit in the face.
Roller derby players are not above pointing it out to the refs. Not as bad as basketball or soccer, but
Yep.
We will show you.
Now
we have another official review.
That's right. They got
by Minnesota.
That's right. Minnesota got to keep it on that other one, so now they're going to use it.
Yep, it's true. Well, let me just give a shout out to Field 59. The Field 59 video platform powered the live streaming technology behind the 2014 Roller Derby World Cup in Dallas, and now powers the live stream for the 2015 Midwest Brouhaha. Power Jam your Derby bouts with Field 59's video solutions. And right along with that, really, Hinckley Productions. They've been a friend to Derby since 2008, providing live video production services and bringing you this live broadcast of Brouhaha support-free live streaming Derby with your DVD purchase at hinkleyproductions.com/Brouhaha. And always a good idea, if you are a roller derby player or enthusiast, get these bouts on DVD, rewatch them, study these teams, so that when you come up on these teams, you know what to do. You know how they play. You know their moves, you know their players. It is a great resource. Do we have any info on that official review? It looks like we're ready to get the action started. Gertrude Stein jamming for Minnesota against mighty, mighty Boston for arch rival. Any news as they kick it off from the notorious RED jammer line?
So it appears that Minnesota was challenging the non-call on a track cut on the arch rival jammer Annie Swanson. That call, however, not a call. It's the no call stands.
Okay.
So now they have no official review left.
No call stands, and it looks like Gertrude Stein, she is on her scoring pass right now. Mighty, mighty Boston still stuck with that Minnesota defense. Minnesota not so nice.
So 5 points, a Rydell grand slam there for Minnesota.
And she gets it.
That jam called off.
Couple.
And now we see Minnesota starting to climb back into this game.
Climbing up with 3. 105, 139. Still really anyone's game. That is not a big lead in roller derby.
Nope, just 34 points separating these two squads. Now with 16:30 to go here in the second half.
Really just need a couple Sakatumi power jam situations and anything can change.
Speaking of penalties, Minnesota has had 2 jammer penalties so far this second half. Arch rival, none yet.
None.
It's going to be Brickyard taking on Shiver Me Kimbers.
Little shoulder action on the notorious RED jammer line. All right. Looks like, no pass, no penalty. So Shiver Me Kimbers is your lead jammer looking to score, or I'm sorry, not your lead jammer. Hitting the pack first, though, and looking to score.
So Brickyard is going to look here to match the 4 points of Shiver Me Kimbers before calling this jam off.
Yep.
Minnesota, meanwhile, is going to try to speed
Smart
this
action.
pack up.
Oh,
and nice. Real smart heads-up play there by Brickyard.
Really just nullifying Minnesota's points on that one. 109, 143. This is a great game.
So Fanny Tanner now taking the notorious RED jammer line, and that's going to be Brick Tater out there for St. Louis.
3-on-3. 1 blocker each in the Potawatomi Hotel and Casino penalty box. Arch rival edging through first a little bit, but Fanny Tanner for Minnesota. Oh, no.
And again, the forearm call for a Sakatumi power jam here for Brick Tater. Dangerous situation here for Minnesota. Brick Tater, a lot of points on the board so far.
33 so far for this game, and she is not satisfied with that. She would like more. I'm scared by that Minnesota nice state. Every time I catch a glimpse in the monitor, I'm like, what is it doing? I must watch it at all times.
It's Minnesota nice. So it actually is kind of menacing.
That.
Yeah. So that explains a lot.
Or the Minnesota.
Yeah. Ooh.
See? All right. Fanny Tanner is back in. So is Brick Tater. Both teams at full strength. Who's got the best idea is what it comes down to right now.
So it looks like
Who's strongest?
Brick Tater is lead jammer.
It's like a high block called in Minnesota. Oh, Brick Tater can hold on to it. She's going to be recycled, but calls it off.
So 5 more points. Rydell grand slam there. And that was all that Brick Tater was able to secure on that jam.
And we're all back on the notorious RED jammer line for some more action.
So watch carefully. Number 9 for Minnesota. That is secondhand smoke out there blocking. She does have 6 penalties. So it'll be interesting to see if she can play this jam clean. Meanwhile, Harmony Killebrew is jamming for St. Louis, and it's going to be number 3, Jacked Pipes, with lead jammer.
On her toe stops, edging through the inside line. Nice moves. She'll be your lead jammer. She's already hitting the back of the pack, looking for some points. She needs to get through quickly and cleanly and call this off so she can shut it down. That was nice. That was some great action.
So a 3-0 jam there for Minnesota.
Minnesota's still trying to chip away at that lead, 112-148. They've got 12 minutes though. If they can shut Arch Rival down.
Well, it's just 36 points. That's nothing in this game.
It's true. And if they can shut Arch down, I think it'll be great.
So now it looks like Arch Rival going to call a timeout here. I think they're just looking to slow things down a little bit and catch their breath as the skaters on the track aren't skating back over to the bench. So I think this was more of a let's take a breather.
Yeah, we've got some timeouts to call. Let's call them right now.
So don't forget, next Brouhaha, June 3rd through 5th, 2016. We would love to see you right back here for all the action.
Even better.
Should be a fun time. I'm sure it'll be just as much fun as this one has been so far.
Is it ever not fun?
Day 3 here on the Derby Laces Track 2. We've got number 7, Minnesota, right now trailing to number 14, Arch Rival.
God. There it is again.
The score, 148, Arch Rival, 112, Minnesota, 11:58 to go here in the second half in what has been a fantastic matchup so far. Arch Rival has held the lead now for a significant amount of time, but Minnesota has never let things get away from them. They've always been right there within striking distance, matching Arch Rival point for point.
Anything can happen. Oh, yikes. That was some amazing footwork for Brick Tater, and she is out through. She's your lead jammer. Skaters on the ground, looking for a call. No one gets it. Brick Tater is through and calls it off.
That was actually Brickyard out there.
Oh, that was Brickyard.
A little bit of misinformation we were given there. That was, they had Brickyard on the monitor. That was.
Well, when you have Brickyard and Brick Tater, sometimes.
The bricks.
The bricks.
The last Minnesota Roller Girls lead was 13-7 of jam number 3 of this game.
It's been a while, but they're right in there.
Yeah, they've never let this thing get out of hand.
No.
They've always been right there within striking distance. But now it is Brick Tater on the jammer line against Jacked Pipe.
Ooh, Jacked Pipes is your lead jammer.
Yep.
Brick Tater, though, hot on her heels.
And here we're going to see the speed.
Oh, and she calls it off. Looked like Jacked Pipes had a nice hit on her, got a little bit out of control in a spin, and said, I should just call this off.
Brick Tater just so fast.
So fast. Why waste time when you need to line it up again on that notorious RED jammer line?
She has been a fantastic shot in the arm to that Arch Rival